I'm frantically pressing F5.
Refresh, damn it!
Fucking these 60-second fucking commercials.
Oh, I'm not even registering that Rebel Live is even up and broadcasting yet. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I've got video.
Yep. And
0
we are
viewers.
live. Welcome to Revel Live. I am IRGRL, IRGRL.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hype here.
And I'm Michael Strahan.
With a great mic. Oh,
And I'm
goodness.
first to chat
And
and
with the
chat
first
too, yeah.
boost.
Yeah, I had to do it, man. I had to do it.
Are you guys even in the channel?
Yeah, I posted first.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, are you serious? You put first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never done
Damn
it
it, I was gonna
before.
type second.
Oh,
I got it. Can't even believe we're doing that. So, welcome back, Mr. Clancy, from your 2-week hiatus from us.
I missed you, Tom!
was it 2? I thought it was like 3.
Was it 3? Was it 3 shows or 2 shows?
Yeah, it's been. I think it's been 3 because I was listening on the road on the 31st. Because you guys were all like, Tom's in channel, and I couldn't respond because I was listening in my car.
Oh my God, Tom, that touches me right in my heart strings. That's so touching that you were listening to us in the car while you're driving.
Well, I was in somewhere around the Bible Belt, and it was either, some like old lady telling me why I'm going to hell because I'm not Christian, or listening to you guys completely screw up segues.
Hey.
Hey!
I tried to set some up, and somebody else who shall remain nameless, just completely
Regis,
goes in like
wasn't
the
it?
other.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Just
Kathy
completely
Lee was
goes
on her game. I'm just saying.
in the other direction. So
Kathy Lee was on her game.
it's like a game of volleyball. I make the perfect set, and swing and a miss. I can only do so much.
I'm just going to assume that your set wasn't that perfect.
Well, we had a missing factor. You were not here.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it normally is. We had nobody to. It was like our third wheel was gone.
The third leg of the tripod.
Yes.
Oh wow!
and we felt it. We felt your absence in our show.
Yeah. Well,
we did. It was almost heart wrenching. We just, But I prepped John before the show. I said we're just gonna have to get through this without Tom.
She did. It's like before the big game when you're playing football, the coach gives this big, just this heartwarming speech, and he just tries to rally the troops. We went through that. We honestly did. We had that speech.
We did.
It's like
we did.
Tom's
and if we held virtual hands.
But we
in
have
your absence, Tom.
That is crazy. Though I would like to say that I was there in spirit, as that was apparently the first show to use show notes in the shared Google Doc, which was my idea.
Yes, it was. It was your idea, Tom, and hence that you were here with us in spirit, obviously because of the notes.
Well, as I sent you a message on Facebook. I don't know if you got it before this, but just before the show, I was going through my Google Drive, and I found show notes from when I ran a live podcast from 2011.
Wow, just got them.
And I just want to share this story from 2011 that we talked about, and just because the only reason I'm sharing it is because it is the only thing from that show that has not come true, and it is Silicon Knights promises to finish the 2 Human trilogy, and there it is in chat.
Wow.
Does this link still work?
It still works. It's really short. I'll just read it. Silicon Knights, the creators of the Xbox 360 game Two Human, says it still, quote, intends to finish the trilogy, end quote, despite meager sales, middling critical reception, and a very long development cycle. You know, and I'm just like, I remember my exact quote in the show notes for that is, where is it here? Wait, what?
Speaking of being shocked, and speaking of what? Oh boy.
You know, if you're going to do that, you have to finish it yourself. Even though we have the list of stuff here.
I know. But
I'm
see, I
looking
was
at it.
waiting for the reaction, and I'm not getting the reaction from you. Plus, it's the wrong picture I had up. But there we go. There we go. I flashed them all for everybody.
Well, we talked about it.
We did touch upon it because
We
in
touched
the
upon it,
notes,
but
in the
then
notes
without
this
the-
week, we got yelled at by Mr. Clancy.
It's not that much of an excitement to me because I remember specifically saying that, you know, at first it was a rumor on Sunday, and then I saw the note, the
We
news
knew it
that
was going to
official.
happen.
But then I saw it officially announced that it has been confirmed Microsoft did buy them. So I was like,
Yeah, but-
okay, that's cool. So we went with that.
But let's be honest here, though, just going real quick on that rumor thing. A few months ago, the rumor was that YouTube was buying Twitch and they were going to buy it for over $1 billion. And then what's the truth of that story? Amazon buys it for marginally less than $1 billion.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Google did back out because of, I think it was antitrust laws or some whatever.
Well, not necessarily directly because of antitrust laws, but at least being worrying about being declared an antitrust. Simply because with YouTube and then also with Twitch, they would essentially have a monopoly on user-created content. Though there is always the possibility of hitbox, but nobody uses it.
And also other, yeah. But, well... Because what other streaming services are there?
There's Hitbox and there's Twitch. Those are the two that I know about.
I know there's StreamUp.
Yes, I know.
who's
I
that?
don't know. I don't know. It's not mine.
But either way, Microsoft did officially buy MOJANG for $2.5 billion, which I don't know what that translates to in Swedish kroner, but it's well more than that's I don't know, like 20 billion kroner. So it sounds a lot. It sounds a lot crazier in Swedish currency. I like kroner. They're kind of cool. Although I've been to Sweden once. I went for an afternoon. It's a very nice country. Just don't ever order coffee there because their coffee shops don't take it seriously. Which is funny because no,
What?
hear me out. The Swedes love coffee. That's their thing. It's like
I was just gonna say.
it's like their afternoon tea. But the problem is that the coffee shop we went to in Malmo, Sweden, did not make their drinks in order. So it was like, I'd order and I'm waiting for, my soy latte to come up, and they're making the cappuccino for the person 3 people behind me. And it's just like, come on, guys, where's my latte?
Wow. Speaking of billions of lattes that he could probably drink now, people are wondering if Mr. Minecraft sold out. I don't know if you guys touched on the article. And what are your thoughts about that? Because that was a big thing. I read kind of his little quote, which is actually in the next article about kind of why he did it. But I don't think he sold out. I think it's business.
I mean...
And this might be touching for you because you're kind of that small game developer yourself.
Yeah.
What if what if one of yours went big like this?
If somebody offered me $2.5 billion, you better fucking believe I'd take
But
it.
see, that's what I'm saying. People are like, "Oh, he sold out," and I'm like,
Well,
No.
didn't he already say that he'd stopped working on Minecraft?
He handed over the reins to
So I don't see
Somebody
what
else,
the
I
hell
forget
he's
the
complaining
name.
about. It's like he
No,
wasn't
but-
working on it anymore.
Well, it's not like he wasn't working on it. His heart wasn't in it.
that's what that.
And really, I think we probably should have done the other article before this one.
I know, but
but
we'll
you know what?
segue
Whatever.
right into it
Yeah, so
because
we'll
it's very relevant. Go ahead with
yeah.
the next one. There we go.
And it's something that's kind of looking, the basic note for it here is that gaming culture kind of has a tendency to destroy the indie heroes that it's built up over the past few years. Like look at Phil Fish, and there's that great YouTube video. It's 20 minutes long. This is Phil Fish. If you haven't watched it, you absolutely should, because it puts so much of who he is as an actual human being into perspective when you look at him online. And while I don't think that I would necessarily enjoy his company as a human being, he never changed. Just our expectations of him did. And some people don't make that transition well from being, an actual person into being a symbol. And Notch saw he was being transitioned into a symbol. He didn't want to do it. And the price for him to get out was $2.5 billion. And now he gets to do what he wants to do, which is to just do little tiny experiments for the rest of his life. And you know what?
Happy.
More power. Yeah, more power to him.
No, because, I read it. Yeah, if you read this article, which one is it? The one that we just put up, or hopefully, because I'm multitasking here.
It's completely off topic. That whole symbol thing really just made me think about Batman. Just throwing it out there.
But but I read, when you read that article, it kind of like you get it. And I only say this, like, I thought it was kind of relevant to you, Tom, but I also it actually helped me to understand the mind of somebody that I worked for, because I couldn't. God, this man would irritate the shit out of me, and I'm not even lying. But I worked for the man who made Fortress Craft for a while, and he's very passionate about, like, his Fortress Craft game, which did so well in the indie games for Xbox, was, although it made him money, he was so, like, I can tell you, passionate about those little small games of his, more so than the Fortress Craft game. Like, it became a chore for him. That's how I kind of take it. So I kind of got that article, kind of was a little bit more relevant, I guess, when I read it that way.
Well, it's I forget where I read it, but there was this. I forget, the site that I found it on, but there was this wonderful article talking to novel writers, and it was if you want to write the next big American blockbuster novel, then just set out to write that and write that. But if you want to write something interesting and fun, don't expect to make money. Do this because you love it. Right. If you want to write to make money, then you know what you have to do. There are a handful of writers out there. That's what they do. You know how you just like take their thing, take their paint by the numbers, and just put in your own colors. And people like Notch, he didn't want to make all that money. He just happened to be just hit that just release that game at the absolute perfect time, and it was a hit. It was a massive hit.
Huge hit.
And some people they don't want the attention that brings. They don't want to continue to have to live up to that. Like but some people don't mind it. Some people thrive on it. Like for instance, take Stephen King, right? Guy came out of nowhere, wrote some great horror novels, wrote a couple really standout ones, shot to the top of the New York Times bestsellers list, became a household name. And for him, I mean, he had his own personal demons, primarily with alcoholism, I believe. And once he kind of got over those, it was fine. That's what he wanted to do. That was what made him, but Notch isn't a Stephen King. Notch is his own person, and he wants to just make little crazy things and have fun.
Right. I get that. And speaking of your own person, Tom, I have a surprise for you tonight.
Uh-oh.
And he's just joined the channel, actually.
Something that I wasn't even, what's going on? What's happening?
So welcome
I'm not good with
to
surprises.
Rebel Live, Mr. Rob Selig.
Holy
What's
shit.
going on?
Come on,
You
man.
know, I was wondering who was that fourth person was that was joining, and when you said surprise, I was like, oh, please be dumb, please be dumb. Mostly because
now you're disappointed.
Whoa. That's it. I'm out.
Wow.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, just-
oh, no offense, Rob, but me and Dom, we just go back and forth on Baltimore, Boston thing all the time.
But I added Rob because I've been trying for weeks to get him on here with us to talk over some of these wonderful topics. And then again, because we always have that little spot in our show where we usually talk about some misadventure of Rob Selig's. You know, our little. Now he's here.
That I
just to-
get bombarded on Twitter about.
Yeah, usually that's there you go. Tom's always tweeting to him about, you know, his Beanie Baby collection or catching the houses on fire.
You know what? Speaking of that, I have something for you. Hold on.
Uh-oh. I'm curious now.
I'm slightly afraid.
So I said Beanie Babies, and now he has something for us.
No, he's gone
I'm-
quiet.
I know, he has. He's running somewhere.
I'm anticipating something evil.
I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I have to know.
John has
The
to know.
anticipation is killing me.
I mean, see, that's the difference between us, John. Is like I'm one of those people that, like, if I was in a movie and they said, "Hey, you know, deliver this package, but don't look in it," I'd be like, "Okay,
Really?
yeah."
I would do that only if I was getting paid. If I did it, if they had me, can you just drop this off and not check it out? If I was doing that for free, I would probably look.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And with my luck, it'd be some kind of explosive that would trigger, like, if you open up the flap.
I mean,
well,
I think if there was money involved, I could just not. I could ignore it, but.
Oh yeah, take like this $500,000 to go deliver this package.
Right.
Just
I'd
don't
say,
open
like,
it up.
okay, that's fine.
Whatever you say, mister.
Even if there might be $1.5 million in the package.
Yeah, I'd be happy with 500,000.
let me just put it this way: if like the Transporter One starred me and they put a bag that looked remotely like a person in the trunk of my car, and then told me to drive this way and don't open the package, and the trunk of my car started making noises like there was a live person back there flopping around, I would just drive a little bit faster.
Well, while we wait for Rob, we can go on to one of John's stories. Link.
All right, so no.
No, we
No-
can
no
wait
trend.
for. No. She said John's stories. You put in the thing for Shinra there that people have been staring
I was
at.
thinking that I was expecting to see a transition thing here, but
That
you
was
know,
it. That was the transition. We're waiting for Rob, so here's John's story.
Just
Yeah,
Drop
Mr.
the
Two
bullet.
And now the
Monitors
camera
there.
cuts to John. John.
drop
go.
the bowling ball right on my foot, why don't you? But yes, Square Enix is now getting into cloud gaming. They've started a new cloud gaming service, which is called Shinra. Now, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII, I feel sorry for you, and you completely missed the joke on where they're going with this. Anybody? Anybody?
I
It's going
know-
to be a highly overrated service that lacks any form of class balance.
Well, I know Shinra is like it means like God in I'm not sure what language, but I know.
It's the evil planet killing corporation.
Wow, John.
Thank
Dogs,
you!
Mudge.
Yeah, my dogs.
Everybody, welcome John's dogs to the show.
For the record, John, I've played Final Fantasy VII at least 4 times all the way through, and I hate it.
How could you?
Uh-oh, here we go. I'll just take the headset off now and walk away.
Very easily.
Wow.
It's like the best one.
That is a bold-faced lie, and you know it.
Oh.
Alright, I'm back.
I can name at least 3
They're
better.
fighting right now, Rob. Just
Like
let
like
them
which
fight.
ones? Which ones?
Fighting over Final Fantasy.
Please.
4, 6, 9.
Final Fantasy IX. Which one was that? Was that the one with the kid with the monkey tail?
Yes, Zidane.
Yeah. And they had the freaking knight with the chunky knight with the
Now we
armor.
get the memory sequence.
Completely forgot. I gotta. God,
And
I
Yeah,
have not.
His name was
Oh.
Steiner, so I
So
renamed
how bad
him
it sucks
Clancy
more.
because I liked him, and he got with the super hot chick at the end.
I don't remember that either. I'm gonna have to go back and play that. Final Fantasy IV. Which one was that about?
That was 2 in the U.S. with Cecil, Kane, and Rosa.
Okay, I remember.
I
that
am
one.
being told to go look at Mr. Clancy's.
Oh, I've already seen it. I'm just
Rob,
you know,
what
water
have you
off the
shown
duck's
us all
back.
that everybody listening needs to go to Tom's Twitter and look at.
My awesome, sweet official Beanie Baby
I knew you had
membership. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sharing it in
hold
the
on,
chat.
hold on.
It. Oh,
Alright, thank you.
look how excited John
'Cause I
is.
said I'd have to open up Twitter.
Oh, John, don't even bother. It's just right in the chat.
Look at wow, you are on your game.
I'm good. What can I say?
Wow.
Actually, I've had at least 3 different people today tell me that I should be podcasting on my own, like full time. So just because of
told
2 stupid videos I put on YouTube in the last 2 days.
What did I
Do
tell
it.
you? I said the same thing.
And your 2 million retweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've only gotten like 3. So
No, no. I won't let that happen.
yeah, well, get on it, Rob. Stop taking pictures of your Beanie Baby charter member card.
Wow.
I'm very proud of that.
Get out there, man.
That's probably a collector's item right now.
Not with that handwriting on it.
No, certainly not.
Aw.
I'm surprised you're old enough to have grown up in a time where they taught you how to write with your hands.
Yeah. No, they actually just recently, I think it's the last 2 years in our schools, they are now not teaching cursive writing anymore.
That's fine. Cursive sucks.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it does suck. I hate it.
But my kids are pissed because they missed that. So.
Wow.
That's what computers are for
Hi,
now.
HJ.
Yeah, hey
288, but-
HJ1288. How's
Yeah,
it going, man?
1288.
What's up, man?
That's what I get for not wearing glasses.
Oh, it's
Wow.
fine. I'm reading it on my small monitor.
Okay, well, good. You can keep reading it. So, because I can't. Now, Tom is my official reader, so that I don't fuck up everything. So,
You know what? Good
speaking-
on Square for getting into cloud stuff,
right.
but
But speaking
no.
of not fucking up things, that was going to be my segue, Tom,
Okay,
and
that's
tell
a
you.
segue. All right.
Tom, I see you
That's
in
a
there.
segue.
Stop editing things.
I'm not editing
it's
things.
bright pink.
I'm just looking at stuff.
So, Destiny. Because that's all in the news right now.
And which
except
we
for-
learned earlier today that Mr. Thom Clancy is
Clancy.
not playing. How could you, sir?
I know.
Very easily. My Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are presently in a box in a storage unit in Chicago.
Why are they in storage,
It's a
honestly?
good place for
Why
'em.
didn't you bring them with you?
Because I only had so much room in my car, and things like clothes, second monitor for my laptop,
No.
and
You really could not. How small is your car?
What is it, like one of those smart cars?
Yeah, that's
no,
what Tom
no, I
drives,
drive a
smart
Subaru,
car.
but it's
He has
Ooh,
the friggin-
Subaru. All right. There we
He has
go.
the-
but
to strap the Xbox to the top.
I have
Like on a
lot of
luggage rack.
clothes. So I also had to get a skateboard down there, some Lego sets.
Oh,
Yeah.
priorities.
Yeah, come on. Besides, I mean, it's not like people aren't going to be playing Destiny in a couple of months. It's not like I don't have enough games in my Steam library to keep myself busy with, and
I know this.
yeah, and it's not like I shouldn't be making games and talking with you guys every Sunday night
I
instead.
know. Oh, look, he throws us in there to make the guilt even better.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Hey, John, are you still jumping around the tower?
No, I stopped jumping. I stopped jumping around the tower. I was just dancing in the middle of the tower in Chatter White, I have to say, which I'm proud to say that I completed the raid last night. I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, I'm currently dancing in the middle of the tower, having a dance party by myself.
So and
By
see,
yourself.
but that's one of the great things about Destiny is that you can have a dance party with yourself or with many other people, random strangers. And the thing that I think we were all starting to chat about a little bit before this game, before the show came on, we were talking about Destiny.
Yes.
And people, one of the conversations on Twitter from the people that are following me is I'm hearing, a lot of people going, because a lot of people that play the Call of Duty's Battlefields are telling, the story was so short. I says, well, that's because you're playing it like a shooter game. You're not playing it like an MMO.
Hold on a second. Call of Duty players with their 2.5 hour long
Yes, but
stories
that's,
are complaining about short stories.
Yes. Yes, they are. They're complaining that they got it done very quickly. It wasn't long enough, and now and then they tweet to me, well, now what do I do?
Well,
Well,
the
hey,
story
John.
is
I'm
just
like, really?
The game officially starts when you hit level 20.
Hey, John, just real quick though. Story ends what, like around level 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
hours? How many hours
finished.
did it take you to get to level 18?
Oh, dude, I did PvP, so
No. Okay, well
Just-
then Steph, how long
I
did it take
cheated,
you to
so
get to level
I
18?
got there fast.
Was it more than 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, then shut up, Call of Duty kids.
Absolutely, but see, that's the thing, though. People don't get it, and that was kind of what I am saying on Twitter to people. Was, there's more to this game than just, doing the story and shooting shit. And there's more of this story coming, and I don't
Get to
think
level
that's what.
26, kids. Do the raid. Learn the
yeah.
rage.
It is something that we've been talking about a little bit. It's like, I mean, I've been playing MMOs now for probably close to 12 or 13 years. I started with Final Fantasy 11 and I hopped in with World of Warcraft shortly after it launched. And I've been there pretty well throughout its entire lifespan. So this is really the first attempt at an MMO, with the exception of Final Fantasies 11 and 14 and the Phantasy Star Online games, to really hit consoles. And they're trying to communicate an entire different set of standards and language and all that stuff and conventions to an audience that don't know what these things mean.
Right.
But hey, on the positive side though, is that Destiny came out now, and it's getting everybody to learn what all this stuff means. So when the Division launches next year, it can just be awesome and destroy shit.
Absolutely. But you know what? Rob's not playing it as well. So, even though he has downloaded it, he's not playing Destiny because he's playing Minecraft.
I have a series going on here, okay? I can't quit on
Yes.
that. I have no time for Destiny. Destiny can wait for me.
It will drag you in. I can't agree with that. It will drag you in.
See, I don't know. Like, going off of my impressions from the alpha and the beta, I don't think I can stick it through until level 26.
You can.
Because it's just,
No,
It-
you could.
it doesn't feel any different in that initial experience. It's just, it's the standard MMO fare of like, come collect, 10 fallen livers, and you killed 15 of them and you've only gotten 8 because for some reason those other 7 fallen magically don't have livers.
Well, they're destroyed when they're brutally massacred by by a rocket launcher, which you say I
Well,
should
you
just
know
use all
what?
the time.
When I'm rolling a hunter with like a pulse rifle and I'm going for headshots, like I don't see how that's destroying the liver. But either way, man, it's when you boil it down. And I'm not saying that this is the fault of Destiny. It's just the fault of the genre as a whole. It's just we figured out how to get a compelling gameplay experience out of an MMO that goes beyond the standard fetch quests. And I mean that's a topic for another time.
Okay.
Because but just, I'm not saying Destiny isn't good, because damn if it doesn't play really well. But I mean,
it does.
But if you expect any less than perfection in terms of playability from the company that made you Halo, then well, you're just dumb. But
Wow.
but
Big words
but
from Thom Clancy.
well, I mean, and going off of MMOs, let's transition really quick into another one. This week, Blizzard
Thank
released.
you. There we go.
all.
That was a good segue.
It's because I didn't use "speaking of." You have to expand your segue vocabulary.
Okay.
But going off of Destiny and moving into World of Warcraft, the 400-pound gorilla in the room when it comes to MMOs.
There you go. This is yours. Take it away.
Yeah, Blizzard released probably all of the in-game cinematics for the Warlords of Draenor content ahead of data miners. What?
Until I am completely not. I saw it. I scanned through the article. I'm not watching any of the videos.
Dude, then don't. And I'm not going to spoil any of them. But they are there on Battle.net for everyone to look at and take a peek at their own risk.
Right.
And they
Spoil
are.
everything for you.
No, not everything. They spoil a lot, but not everything, because there's guaranteed to be a whole lot of surprises in store when we're actually leveling through. And actually, several of the videos that they show off show nothing of any real consequence.
Well, that's good.
But
I don't know. I don't play this, so
this would
why
be
you
a
guys
good.
always do this stuff. 'Cause
I mean, this would be a good time to come in.
no,
Try-
no,
try
you
to
guys
get
are
you
not
in.
going to suck me into this.
I have an account that you can use. You just gotta pay for it. Done.
But either way, these are some of the finest cinemas that they've put together since they really kind of started in-game cinematics. With I think it was the Wrathgate cinema from Wrath of the Lich King was the first one. So, and Dylan 7001, to answer your question, we're talking about World of Warcraft and their upcoming expansion, Warlords of Draenor. And I've been playing the beta off and on. Really, I just play the starting experience over and over again, but it's really good. It has the potential to be the best expansion they've ever made. And I'm not just like throwing that around out there.
That's a big endorsement there, Tom.
It's solid. So,
And I still have yet to get in on the beta.
that's
Blizzard
fine.
does not like me with their
John,
with any of their betas.
It's on its
John,
way.
did you get your Heroes of the Storm Alpha?
No.
invite?
Oh,
because I got two more
Oh,
just for me.
you know,
How
what,
about-
my only excuse is that I have such a good PC that almost everybody has. Is that they know it works perfectly on mine, so they have to see about those lesser PCs. That's the only thing I can say. My friend got another. I was so salty about that. I was like, you.
Hold on, Jay. Here, John. You're telling me, the independent game developer,
That that's
I
the
don't
only
have
thing
a
I
good
can say to
PC.
not be completely salty, damn it. That's the only thing I can say to not be
and
completely
to be
I
completely
signed up on day
John, let's just be fair here. A MacBook Air can run Heroes of the Storm.
I signed up on day one, and I still have yet to get in on that bullshit.
Well, that's fine. I missed out on the Mists of Pandaria beta, the Cataclysm beta, the Burning Crusade beta. The
How
Diablo
about that
beta.
PlayStation Now beta?
How are people getting in? It's like who
Throw
sign
that
up
link up.
like far after. I'm in the middle of posting the link right now. But yeah, so you get people that sign up a couple months later, and then you got people who sign up on day one. And it's like, nope, you're not in.
Dude, it's not a matter of when you signed up. It's just it's a computer. It's not taking any of that into account.
Fucking RNG.
Oh, John.
Well, whatever.
Oh, I
PlayStation Now is coming to a platform that is relatively no longer supported.
I know. That's why I thought it was kind of odd that they're making big news of it. But John, this because John's our
Well, I
PlayStation
laughed.
person.
I laughed about it because if you guys haven't gotten to read up on it a little bit,
I did.
their PlayStation Now service is just. I mean, it's a
On
good
the
concept.
PS3.
It's a good idea on the PS. Yeah, on the PS3.
on the PS3.
And it's completely just the prices that they charge, unless they've changed it. Which I've got. I have access to the beta for the PS4.
But it was
I'm gonna spend money.
the beta is open on the PS3 in the US and parts of Canada today, so that's hitting home.
I'm not gonna spend the money just because it's like, I think it was like $5 to rent the game for like a few hours or some bullshit like
Yeah,
that.
it's stupid overpriced.
Yeah.
Yet they won't allow EA's like own season pass and play all of their
No, they
a
won't.
large selection of their games on their console because they don't think that it's a good deal for the money. So I guess they're just saying, "Hey EA, start charging like you're going for just like a pinky, like throw in the whole arm."
Hey, if they do
and
that,
then
they may let them on. You never know.
Yeah. Although what's likely the reason that they're doing that is how like Apple takes like
Wow.
a handful of cents on every dollar
Wow, it's just
from
happening.
every App Store purchase. Like they probably, PlayStation probably always taking a few cents on every purchase there. Probably the same as Xbox is doing would be my guess. And Xbox is like, you know what? We don't care. We'll take a little bit of money. And PlayStation's like, no, we need more money. But,
Right. And I'm not going to say in speaking of, because everybody loves more money. That's why there are
More
people standing
money!
in line for hours and hours and hours
I hate money.
for the new Apple.
oh, but they do it for more than just the new Apple phone.
Well,
I will admit, I want to get my hands.
I know,
on
but everybody's saying though,
this
but can
phone.
they trust it? Can they trust Apple now? After Applegate happened. And that's
I
the
mean,
thing. But you
they
know what?
can-
It apparently it doesn't matter because people were lining up, and they're still lined up. There are people still lining up for these phones.
Well-
I'm glad I'm an Android user. Just saying.
I'm gonna next year. I'm making the jump. I'm saying. I've been saying it for a while, and next year when I'm with T-Mobile, I have the jump program. So once it's available for me, I'm
Welcome,
I'm
John's
officially
dogs, to the
leaving.
chat.
Dogs, my God, shut up!
I don't know what platform he's on, but his dogs sure seem to be emphatic.
I think his dogs.
They had to voice their opinions.
They did. They had to say that they love the Apple. They were in agreement with John, I think, of making the jump.
Actually, I think the little one was saying, if we can play the tape back for a moment, I think the little one was saying, I like Windows Phone.
I think John John muted it. John, it's okay, John, because this is live. This is what happens on Rebel Live. John's dogs have an
it's just-
opinion.
Dogs have opinions, cats have opinions, and
True.
John was.
Okay,
I think
they're kinda
I
winding
really
down.
think John was just about to
Nope,
say
nope,
before he
they're
was
not.
cut off, and I hope he's still listening and hears me interpreting this, that he actually would prefer Windows Phone.
Oh hell no! Hell no!
I think, they're arguing about it now, I feel. Yeah.
Well, I think-
I've had my fun with Android phones. I've rooted, I've installed ROMs, I've broken phones, I've returned them saying that they're just not working.
You notice John
they
trying to
accept
take
it.
our attention away from the dogs.
yeah, I mean,
Well,
the
they've
ones,
stopped. The dogs have stopped. The
Well, the
dogs have
little
stopped.
one is obviously a fan of the
They got
Nokia
tired.
handsets. And I think the bigger one, he's one of those HTC Windows phones fans.
What's those Nokia handsets that used to cost like $6,000? Like when they still had Symbian and S60.
I don't recall because I wasn't really paying attention to Nokia phones at the time, which is unfortunate because they've always made great phones.
The Virtu phones. Yeah, it's luxury phones, and they used to cost like $6,000 to $7,000 each.
Okay, I'm going to post
What?
something. I'm posting something in the chat right now because we all need a laugh,
All right.
and you all should look at this glorious GIF.
Oh, it's that.
That's the best. They really did this. Oh my god.
So you have that, and I have this one. But it's continuing on with the iPhone. First owner, one of the first owners in the world,
I know he dropped it
drops
Oh,
his
yeah.
iPhone
Oh, that was hilarious.
on live TV.
live on camera,
That was
and
great.
everybody in the crowd, their reaction is just like, "Oh!" I felt
You know the
so
stupid thing though? He's probably gonna become famous because of that video.
That's his 15 minutes.
Hey, you're the dumb shit who dropped the iPhone.
It's true. Speaking of dumb shits, no, that was my segue. Did you put up the?
No, because John fails at links.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Are you watching the channel so you can see it just
Hey.
transition? He's worried about the dogs barking. He's arguing with the dogs now over their like of.
They're whispering now about the phones.
I'm multitasking with multiple browser windows.
No, he's
here.
not. He's
Give me a break.
dancing. He's dancing.
Give
I
me a
know what
break.
he's doing.
No,
I know
the
what he's
controller's
doing.
down.
He's playing
The controller's-
freaking Destiny right now, and he's not paying attention.
The controller is down, and your segue was. And speaking of dumb shits, that was it. That was it. How do you expect me to work with this kind of stuff? Come
Well,
on
I
now.
figured you found the article, you would know.
Well, I was in the middle. I just
Well,
posted up.
I know it is. But it is. It's okay. Then you know what? Bad news, people. If you are in China, you're not getting X1. There.
Well, if they're in China, I just wonder how they're listening to us right now.
Because
I'm pretty sure that like NetEase or whatever who runs their internet does not allow Twitch.
I'm pretty sure of it too. But we'll
You're
find
an
a way.
internet
Who would buy an
pirate.
Xbox in China anyway?
Well, you know,
A Chinese person?
Like their whole entire
Chinese
like region.
I know. Sometimes Tommy's not.
Everything's ran on Sony over there.
No. Actually,
If you look at the comments, there are Chinese people commenting in Chinese
yeah.
on this article on Engadget.
I know the Xbox One didn't even do that well in Japan.
But the thing is, Rob, is that this is actually really kind of monumental. China does not let these things into the country legally.
I think it's actually because somebody said, I read a comment. I'm not even sure where I read this comment at because now, or maybe it was before these ones showed up. But somebody in here has actually, here it is. His Divine Order. His comment is just about how Microsoft is selling out to the Chinese. And I says, well, actually, if you think about it, it's pretty good business if they're going to let this X1 in.
Well,
you imagine all the sales. They're the first one in.
Certainly all of the potential sales, that's for sure. But the thing is, though, is looking at the Chinese market, is that it's pretty much dominated by PC and mobile.
True.
And, part of that could be that they don't have consoles. So there's definitely the distinct possibility that being essentially the first console into China.
They're going to sell the shit out of these there.
Yeah.
They're going to really.
If the Xbox One does well there, I imagine Sony will make a push.
Yeah,
definitely.
They would be stupid not to because this is. I think it's huge. I think it's a huge thing. These people have been like wanting and needing. Well, maybe they don't even know this exists. We don't know what they know, but I can't imagine them going. I don't think I want it. I think it's gonna be.
Well, I can tell you
Microsoft.
this: when they get an Xbox One and they get Destiny, the Chinese raiders are going to absolutely destroy American records.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yes. Yes. I would like to see that. I hope Twitch comes to him so we can watch.
Full disclosure, I don't know if Twitch is actually blocked in China.
Okay, yes. But we want to make sure of that.
And oh my God, I am getting absolutely destroyed in fantasy football this week.
Wow, that was a great segue into what's going on. So
I tried that once. I got bored like at the very beginning. I just gave all my people away.
It's because you don't care about football because you're from a state that doesn't have football.
It's because John's in Hawaii, period. That's it.
You're just secluded.
Willing to move for a house and good internet.
Yes. So now's the time of Rebel Gaming where we like to go around and kind of ask all of our hosts what's going on. So we'll start with you, Tom. Since what's been going on with Tom?
We haven't got to talk to you for a while.
I know. I've been getting settled in Florida. Just moved down here looking for work, blah, 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 blah. And just this week, I finally got like an actual legit workspace set up, which is my laptop sits on a card table.
Ooh.
Nice.
With
Fancy.
a second monitor plugged in. And I've been getting into just kind of I've resurrected an old column that I started for a friend's website, and I discontinued back in 2012 before I went to school. The first episode of it is up in chat now. And it's a video series I lovingly call Momo's Tavern. And it's just me talking about MMO news from the week, and bless you.
Bless you, yes.
And it's just me talking about MMO news for about 4 minutes. And I talk a little bit about Destiny. I talk a little bit about World of Warcraft and also Archage. And
That's
then,
cool.
What is the draw on Archage? I don't understand it.
It's people who like MMOs by Tryon Worlds, which is, I don't know, enough for them to continue to keep making MMOs.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And then today I shot and edited and posted an editorial series that I've started. It's been in my mind for a while now, and is now for reals. It is called Clancy Rants.
And link for that, and I
Fucking
like
love
that.
it. I love it.
That,
So do I.
that rolled in at about 6.5 minutes.
And it took approximately 2 weeks to get that all worded correctly.
Yeah, well, no, it took about, I'd say
Actually had somebody hold on cue cards.
no cue cards. I shot that all in one take.
Yeah, it was good.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
But the thought process behind it was several days.
I wrote the notes that I threw out a few days before, and over the last few days I've kind of been rehearsing it in my head. So those are going to become weekly features from me, which you can find on
Just randomly throughout the week or like a specific day.
Momo's Tavern is definitely going to be a Friday. I don't know when Clancy Rants is going to really become like what day of the week that's going to fall on. It
should be a weekly thing, I think.
It's going to be a weekly thing, and it was just Saturday this week because I don't have a good lighting setup in here, so I'm kind of beholden to natural light and this desk lamp that I have. And the natural light, the natural light yesterday was terrible because it was like the only day in Florida that since I've been here that it wasn't sunny in like a bajillion degrees. So it was
so we'll have to make sure to check that out every week.
Yeah, I'm actually stoked for the rest of those. It's probably one of the few very well worded rants that I've ever listened to or watched, to be honest.
Did you expect anything else from Tom?
Not at all.
Exactly.
It was
There you
perfect.
go.
It was on point.
Nice.
My plan for Clancy Rants is to just take like a one like kind of at least a news story that I personally feel is important or something going on that week that I feel is important and go on and on about it. My original plan was to do something with like the whole Gamergate thing that's going on right now because that's just so ridiculous and people just need to chill out and realize
I would love to hear a rant from you on that. I really do.
I think I'm going to hold off on that one because there's already a lot of people that I think are a lot smarter than myself who've been talking about it, ad nauseum for weeks. And, it's just, I don't want to be one voice in a crowd. I'd rather be, somebody talking about something else, something that's still very near and dear to my heart. Because as I say in the video, like, I love MMOs. I've been, as I said earlier in the show, I've been playing them for over a decade now. Right. So it's like, they're a great potential for games. And even though I might not personally like Destiny as much as other people, it's just, I think that people who didn't pre-order the game, in that first $325 million of business are going to look at these review scores and be like, oh man, I heard this game was going to be awesome, but it only has a meta score of 75.
Yeah.
That's not awesome. They're going to see it and not realize that those reviews are being painted by a very small glimpse of what that game is about. And that's something we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. It's just that, MMOs come alive when you hit the level cap.
Yeah.
That is when those games really start to come into their own. I mean, that's when those games are balanced. Like everybody, not a week goes by that you don't see a post on the World of Warcraft forums where somebody says, hey, why can't you balance the 25 to 35 bracket for PvP? And the stock response is, well, we don't balance that bracket because we don't want people to stay there. We want people to level to 90 and PvP there.
Right.
Yes.
And
it's kind of the same thing for Guild Wars as well.
I have not done WoW PvP for a while. I should do that later today.
I'm going to get back into it with Warlords of Draenor because there's a mount in the first season of PvP that I need. That's what I do in World of Warcraft. Is I'm over and done with being a raider, and I'm over and done with being a really competitive PvPer. And the only thing I really do anymore is I like to collect mounts. Did
you hear about that? They're doing the toy box thing now.
Yeah, Come on, man.
Oh.
Come on, like you wouldn't know.
Well, since you were missing, and I didn't get to talk to you about it. I just found out about it.
John,
So.
they announced the toy box at BlizzCon last year.
Yeah, bro.
Which reminds me, I had the virtual ticket. I just never watched. I bought the virtual ticket for the stuff I got.
Yeah. I'm thinking the virtual ticket's a really good deal if you actually watch the coverage, and there is a lot.
I try to, but I play games.
Speaking of playing games, John, what's been going on with you?
I've been playing Destiny.
Yes, John hit something epic today, so I'm hoping this is what he's going to talk about.
I beat the raid. I finally beat Atheon early this morning.
How long did it take you guys?
It took us. I got into a group at the last at the last boss, and it took us about 2.5 hours to finally get everything down perfectly.
Right.
Oof.
So altogether, the entire run altogether.
That's my big question. What was the grouping of classes that when you get after that? Please go into that, because that's a lot of people were curious and asking me what you did. Like, who was with you? What classes was everybody?
Hold on. I posted up a screenshot. Let me open up my Instagram account, because I took a screenshot of all the people that we had.
Yeah, even though I said it in chat already, hey, MizzouFan523, how's it going?
Yeah, Ms. is
yes,
a long
you guys
time
talk while I pull this up.
And I believe I also missed it, but hey, I am Vitality. How's it going?
Hey.
I feel like I should have like a morning talk radio show and like some
I used
public
to have
radio
one
station
that was
somewhere.
actually. You should. You've got to, or you should have that late night.
I tune in.
That late night.
I don't know. Like I want to start a radio station, and I want my call letters to be WORK, and from 9 to 5, we only broadcast like that standard, really safe top 40 music that like every office everywhere plays. And then before 9 to 5, just have like the morning news and a bunch of like, hey, let's get you started for your day, man. Like, it's going to be great. And then people on the way home being all like, dude, I know your day sucked, but it's all right, because you're going to go home. And I promise you, man, like at least one of you people out there, your wife or your husband's going to be cooking you a steak, and it's going to be great, man. We're going to build you back up.
Tom, we need to talk, because you know what? This sounds like a great sitcom.
What, Charlie? Those call letters are already taken? Where?
Oh,
I don't believe you. Shenanigans. You give me a link or I won't believe you.
Wow. Hey, Shadow Man.
What's
Welcome. So if you clicked on Mr. Hyperkind's link there, we're just we're going on.
I was being nice.
No, that's fine, because I think Tom should talk about this more. I like this idea. But that's your team.
So yeah, that was the team that we finally beat Atheon with. We had a couple of hunters, or 2 hunters. We had 3 warlocks with Sunslinger class, just because we can self-res.
Right.
And we had 1 defender titan, specifically for his shield.
All right.
And that's all that you need. It's past that.
Can you take more?
No, it's 6 people tops. You can do it with less, but it's.
But Bungie even says it's not a good idea. Bungie said doing it with less, it's not a good idea. Doing it if you're not under level, it's not a good idea. In fact, they had said it would be a mess.
And the reason why they say that, if you're 1 level below what you're fighting, you do 20% less damage.
Mm-hmm.
For every level that you're down is 20%, like 20% more. So 2 levels down, you do 40% less damage. Which
that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work when you are level.
Because I did a strike once where I was 2 levels down, and I was doing like 10 to 20 damage per shot at the boss, and you run out of ammo pretty fast.
I'm sure John was raging.
The ads and everything else.
John, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm totally going to cut you off. WORK is not taken.
Oh.
Now,
it's on.
If any of you 9 people in chat right now happen to be multimillionaire media magnates, give me a call. WORK. We can set it up down here. Tampa seems to be a pretty decent network. You know, down there, this area, we easily reach Orlando.
I think you should go with this, Tom. I think you need to do it like the spin-off of the radio show. You should do the radio show, but then actually have a sitcom because of the radio show. Because I like that whole idea.
So yeah, I think like the afternoon show would be something like this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to WORK. I'm Tom the Bomb on your ride home.
Oh,
That was amazing.
That was so good.
Right then and there, I'd already be tuned in, like sitting down with my drink and everything. Like,
You'd be
okay,
mellow.
what next?
What next? Absolutely. Well, that was good. You've practiced this, Tom. I know you have. I can tell.
I just came up with it right there.
Noob Man says Kickstarter.
It's Kickstarter.
There you go,
There you
Tom.
go.
Let's start it.
Let's do this. Let's get Tom the Bomb. His own radio station.
Yeah, I know, but then Charlie's got to come in there and just ruin the things. He's like, lol, I
Oh yeah,
work.
that's what Charlie does.
You know, I feel that I have seen Charlie broadcast and I've heard him talk, but in my mind, Charlie now sounds like this. Lol,
I work in radio, and it's not that easy just to get a station set of call-in. It's totally not that easy, bro.
sorry, Charlie.
Charlie, we love
Wow.
you. We love you,
I
Charlie.
apologize.
Shots fired.
Going for
I'm
the
waiting.
throat,
I'm staring at the chat, waiting. Charlie wants to come on here now. I bet you, Charlie. You want to come on? Now I want to hear his voice.
No, I just gotta come in here right now with this is where I would hit the button where it goes Tom the Bomb. Drop
Oh boy, that's great.
I'm crying.
I
knocked off the air.
know. Tom, I love that about you. Already have your buttons all prepared. You know what's gonna happen where. I like this. I like the thought process behind this. We might, Tom. Why don't you just do a podcast like that? I think you should.
I would actually need like a little MIDI keyboard that I could hit these things.
Yep.
Wait.
And
Wait.
Like a mixer and stuff.
My next purchase is a green screen.
Yes.
So that way I can make Momo's Tavern and Clancy Rants that much more
Hey,
fun.
Charlie just sent you an invite there. Read in channel.
I need to
Tom.
save it for.
Oh no, I saw that. Charlie, you just broadcast at like a time when I'm like not sleeping. And I'll be glad to hop in.
There you go.
You know, but just as
and
memory
it's Tom
serves.
the Bomb.
Yeah, you and John both have a tendency to be broadcasting when I'm like, you know, like asleep.
Well, most people are asleep when they're broadcasting, so
Yeah.
yeah. Even Rob's like, yeah. Rob even asked me
I
one
caught
time.
him. I caught him
Did
the
you?
one night. Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning. For some reason,
Rob
I was still awake.
He messages me on Facebook about the Twitch. Like, do we have anybody like that streams on there daily? I'm like, yeah, John does. He goes at normal hours.
Hey, it's a normal hour for me.
I know.
Play the time zone.
I was just browsing Twitch, and all of a sudden I see somebody is on the channel. I'm like, oh shit! Look, I'm gonna actually get to see him play. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
dude. It's
it
like Monday
happens.
through Friday. I'm on the channel.
So
Yeah.
Rob, what's going on? Since your first time in here with us since we restarted Rebel Live.
What's going on?
What's going on with Rob on the YouTube? You've got a series going.
Yeah, a little Minecraft series of just shenanigans and mayhem and just random stuff, pretty much. We go in, we play mini games and stuff like that. We were trying out new mini games last night on the 1.8 update for Minecraft, which is pretty fun, but a lot of mini games are broken, which we broke a lot of them.
Oh, lovely. That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
So, I
What
mean,
about you have another YouTube series you started with your reviews? What's that?
oh, the short and sweet.
Do we have a link for that review? Nobody.
Not on me, but
I know John's getting it. Because, John, you've seen it, right?
Yes.
Tom, have you seen
I
his short
felt
and sweet reviews?
uncomfortable About it.
No, I can't say that I have.
I'm pulling it up right now.
It's something else. The PR people for
I felt more weird about watching a guy sit on a toilet. Throwing it out there.
Rob has started a new series called Short and Sweet Reviews, and actually we got great feedback from PR from this, and it was one of those things where I sent them the link and I went, oh god, this is either going to be a hit or a miss.
That's what I'm all about. Hit
Yep.
or miss.
And they actually liked it. So,
Well, see, I wanted to try something different. You know, everyone does reviews. Everyone does in-depth reviews. You know, like we started something different with live reviews with Jon, which is amazing. You know, a lot of people don't do that, so you actually get to sit and watch Jon, you know, live review and
struggle trying to learn how to play a game.
exactly struggle
right,
learning the
that's
game.
why the PR
instead of
yep.
instead of like playing the game ahead of time, learning the game, then go right into it and like playing it. You know, you actually see him like struggle and rage and shit. Like, it's good to watch that. And then so I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, let's do short and sweet reviews where I pretty much either I like the game or I don't like the game. And if I like the game,
tells you why.
I tell you why. And you know what? This
was
this app game that, you know, I got on my phone was just a perfect, you know, game to play on the toilet. Now
I will say this, I did the same thing. I found myself playing it while using the bathroom on the toilet.
See, but that's and the minute I showed Jon
it
he
just works.
related instantly. It was instant relate.
It's a good game. It's addicted. You know, I personally do enjoy it. I had bigger plans for the video, but since I did it at like I think 11:30 at night, I was gonna do on while driving and stuff like that.
Your mother worries about you. Don't do that.
I was gonna have one, you know, just in random places, just like ordering McDonald's, but I'm just, you know, the person's asking me what I want to eat, and I'm just ignoring them. Just keep
like, wait, I gotta make the shot first. Hold on.
Exactly. Like, I had, you know, like bigger plans for it, but it was so late, and I just didn't. I was so impatient to do it.
I loved it when I sent Jon the link, and he just was like, yes. So.
I mean, I think my favorite part of the video was just how it ended, of me just flushing the toilet and going, whew, and just walking away.
I gotta say that in watching most of that video, I was reminded of an old GameCube Wavebird controller advertisement. I think you guys are knowing what I'm talking about, where the kid is sitting in the bathroom playing the game on two different looking at his TV through two different mirrors.
Yes.
But he
oh my
has
god,
the
I do remember
Wavebird,
it.
You know.
Yeah, that's it. So that's good. Anything else going on with you, Rob? Personal wise, you know.
Personal wise, just
life.
Just trying to. I have so many things going on. I have way too many ideas that I just can't pick one. You know, I mean, I have my clothing brand that I still need to revamp and start off again. I'm trying to do the YouTube to try to get all of us, you know, to get the YouTube going, get the Twitch going, you know, try to get, you know, some talk shows going here and there. And I'm just, my mind just, whew, like pretty much a lot of my time, like a lot of man hours just spent in this seat on this computer, editing video, editing sound clips, editing a lot of stuff. So
that's good. All right, well that's good. And well, I guess we've come to the end of our show here. Thom, I really think you need to work on that podcast, though.
Yes.
I think that is that's something that needs to come to light, because boy, you've got something there. So work on that, Thom. So if you don't follow the channel, please click the follow button, and if you really like to. Subscribe to Rebel Gaming's Twitch.
You get free hugs.
And shameless self-promotion, but if any of you happen to be graphic designers, please send me a message on Twitch, because I need some people to help me out with some banners and stuff for my 2 weekly YouTube shows. So I can't pay you, but I can at least credit you for your work and the images and all that stuff, and thank you profusely.
Absolutely. And sometimes that's all they need is a little boost.
I can get Rob to send you some Beanie Babies.
And who doesn't want a Beanie Baby from Rob?
I hear he has rainbow, and that is like a really rare one.
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't.
And if you don't already follow us, we're on Facebook. for Rebel Gaming, one word, on Twitter _Rebel Media, and on YouTube, Reb Gaming, and of course here on Twitch. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Rob, for popping in here. We've been trying to get you on here for weeks now.
I'm a busy man.
Busy man. Well, hopefully you'll pop in a little bit more. Thank you, John, for coming every week. And Tom, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
With your awesome new microphone, new old microphone.
Yeah. Well, it's really the pop filter that makes it work.
Right.
Is that the AT2030 or whatever it is?
No, I have the 2020 USB.
Oh, okay, it is 2020. All right.
Thank you, Miz, for hopping in. It was nice to see you again.
Yeah, Mizzou fan, you are now my favorite person in chat. Who isn't a mod.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Miz...
Noobman64. But you're cool too.
Yes, thank you everybody for dropping in the channel and joining us. So if there is ever something that you guys would like to talk about, you people in chat, not the people on the show, you can always pop a message up as soon as this goes up on one of the YouTubes, and let us know.
Or just tweet at us.
Yeah, tweet at us. And Noob Man, that makes an unhappy face.
Noob Man,
okay, you're cool with me.
You can't see it, but I'm making a heart shape with my hands. And
we all are right now.
Yeah, we all are. We are sitting here.
And with all of our heart-shaped things combined.
Just because you're not,
God.
You're not a favorite doesn't mean that we don't love the hell out of you, man.
Rob, I got where you were going with that. Please.
I was going.
That was good. And with all of our heart shapes combined, we are
Tom the Bomb signing out.
And with that, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take it easy.